Dr. Mark Changizi here with your Science Moment. Today I'm going to talk about free expression. And let's just pose two different kinds of things those who are pro-censorship of misinformation often say. So let me just place them side by side. These people will do two different kinds of statements. They'll say, one, you shouldn't be allowed to spew your position and not be expected to be criticized and not be expected to have consequences. Right? We've heard this all the time. Now, the other thing that they say is that we have the right, or Twitter has the right, or even the federal government has the right to stop misinformation because it's dangerous and it's opposed to the safety and so forth. Now, the problem is that these two different views, one and two, are opposed to one another. They're in fact contradictory. The first view that they say is that you shouldn't be expected to be able to spew your stuff without consequences is true. That's in fact consistent with how free expression works. Free expression works because when you spew your position, other people will argue against you. They'll criticize you. Right? That's what you want. That's how free expression slowly moves towards the truth. Their criticisms might be found to be true, and I lose reputation. And these reputations networks change over time, and that's what informs those within the network who to trust at any given moment on any given topic. But the other view, that we should be censoring misinformation, and it's justified to censor information, and we should push private companies to censor misinformation and so forth, goes directly against that. That's to shut down entirely one side of the argument. And what does that ensure? It ensures that whoever's left spewing their position has no one to criticize them, has no consequences that occur because there's nobody in the network that disagrees with them to argue against them, to show them that they were wrong, potentially wrong, and thus for them to lose reputation. The people that are arguing number one, which is in fact consistent with free expression, that you shouldn't expect to not have consequences and not to be criticized, which is a free expression consistent view, of course that's right, are the same people who are arguing that they themselves, on the side of truth, should have nobody left in the network to argue against them. Right? They're asking to have no consequences, the very thing that they're claiming everybody should expect when they freely speak.